Biocon, Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw joins in on the phone line, and Ms. Shaw and Darshan, of course, joins in to take the conversation forward. But just an opening question, Ms. Shaw, you must be very pleased with the developments.
Well, it certainly is a very positive development because this was an inspection that had raised a number of 483s. It had raised a lot of concerns. And, obviously we had indicated that we would present a CAPA plan and hope and work with the regulatory agency to work towards closure. And I think the fact that they have accepted this CAPA plan and have basically issued a VAI is very positive news indeed.
Okay. Good morning, Ms. Shaw. Great news coming in for you in terms of this plant clearance. The USFDA has given the EIR. What's the way forward now? Which are the products that are in the pipeline? What's the way ahead for trastuzumab and pegfilgrastim now?
Well, as you know, we got a complete response letter for pegfilgrastim. And, the agency had basically indicated to us that we would need to implement the CAPA plan and update our file and resubmit the dossier, which is what we are doing now. And hopefully we should, hopefully get approval within 4 to 6 months for pegfilgrastim. And as far as trastuzumab is concerned, obviously we are, keeping our fingers crossed for the 3rd of December. So all in all, this is a facility that makes all the biologics. It's an aseptic filling facility, and which is where we make the biosimilars and we supply these biosimilars to many markets.
Anything else that the USFDA has asked for you in terms of the target action date for trastuzumab on 3rd of December?
Well, during the review process, they do continuously ask you raise some queries which you have to respond to. So, now we are nearing that date, so hopefully we should hear from them soon.
Okay, just an update, the USFDA has cleared it, but there were some issues as far as the French authorities are concerned. Is that also closed or is that in the process?
Well, we have sought a re-inspection from the EMA. And as you know, we have resubmitted our dossiers for EMA to look at again. So hopefully even that will be reviewed, and hopefully we should get approval from EMA thereafter.
Okay. My final question, Ms. Shaw, is that with this EIR, are all issues with the USFDA now closed, or is there any pending issue with any of the other plants that Biocon has?
No, if you remember, recently we've had a USFDA inspection at our Vizag facility where we received, in fact, no 483s, and therefore the EIR was an NAI, which is no action required. So we, at the moment, don't have any open issues as such with USFDA for any of the CGMP inspections.
Okay, just an update here for the benefit of the viewers. What happens, just for them to understand what happens next with trastuzumab? The target action date is 3rd of December. If you get the go-ahead, when will be the potential launch, and what kind of revenue targets are you looking at from trastuzumab?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, approval is one thing, but then market entry is another. And as you know, Mylan has entered into an agreement with Roche for a particular market entry date, which unfortunately I cannot share with you. But it gets us ready for that entry. Okay. Once we get into the market, obviously, then we look forward to garnering market share.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Shaw, and congratulations on the development that has happened.
Thank you.